We begin Season 7A where Season 6 left off. Set to be the final season, the viewers were promised by the show's producers that Season 7 would be full of shock twists that would keep us guessing from episode to episode. Well, most of us are guessing, but for all the wrong reasons. What is exactly happening? It seems like the focus of the first half of the season has been to accommodate the several returns of past recurring characters for fan reaction, regardless if they're plot relevant or not. At times it seems that because of the sheer number of minor characters now involved in the show, it has somewhat detracted from the main plot and the concept of the show, leaving Uber A standing alone in the metaphorical bus stop with no hope of the storyline bus ever stopping there. This new concept that AD is walking around in latex masks of dead characters to scare Alison into gaining access to her fortune introduces a rather unnecessary storyline that resembles something that might happen in an episode of Scooby-Doo. Although the beginning of this season is a lot darker than previous seasons, it's difficult to maintain suspense and mystery when we're constantly being dragged into the complicated relationships between the liars and their significant others. And with the lack of A interaction in Season 7A, the liars are focused more on their relationships, and it seems that A or AD isn't needed anymore to fuel the storylines since the time jump, as the liars have developed the skill of messing up their own lives without any interference from A. With the apparent linchpin of each liar's relationship this season, after some serious neglect for the past few seasons, Season 7A sees Emily in some sort of love triangle come love square situation between first love Alison, new interest Sabrina, and ex-girlfriend Paige, in an attempt to create tension and interest, fueling some fans to take their rage to social media to reinforce their own heated arguments as to whether Emerson or Paley or Sabrilli is endgame. Is anyone seriously rooting for these two? Anyway, as well as this season being dubbed as the most romantic season yet, with weddings and proposals galore, we were also promised that the death count would be huge. However, judging by the first half of the season, it has a long way to go with making good on this promise, as the PLL writers only seem to kill off the minor characters which were evidently brought back just to be killed. It's like PLL is a box of a limited size, and the more returning minor characters that pile into it makes it more likely for one of them to fall out and plunge to their death. The saviour of the 7A story arc is Hannah, who, after breaking free of her captors, becomes tired of the procrastination of her fellow liars and takes matters into her own hands, going rogue, which apparently entails a very uncharacteristic wardrobe decision, in order to kidnap and interrogate her prime suspect Noel Khan. And of course I have to mention the relationships again, as the build-up to the mid-season finale was focused on the breakdown and rebuilding of these relationships. Spencer and Caleb broke up, Hannah and Caleb rekindled their relationship, Toby and Spencer shared a goodbye kiss, and we discovered that Alison was pregnant, leaving Paige to get jealous of Emily's sleeping arrangement at Alison's house, and urging Emily to cut the puppet strings. However, in the finale, things got better. We learned the identity of Mary Drake's second child, and that you should never give a blind girl a gun. Toby was involved in a car accident with his fiancée, and Noel Khan suffered a grisly end after being decapitated by an unfortunately located axe, which, in all honesty, if there had been a Benny Hill theme applied to it, it wouldn't have been misplaced. In the final moments we also saw Jenna being dragged away by someone, while the liars and Mary Drake were distracted by Spencer's gunshot wound. This mysterious figure was revealed to be AD, off-screen. To me, Season 7A was too jam-packed with side stories, and at times it felt rather rushed through. Perhaps it will level out in the second installment, and hopefully the pacing of the first half was very fast just to set up the various linking stories for the second half. Compared to past seasons of PLL, so far this one has to be one of the weaker ones, and for that I give PLL Season 7A 3 stars.